Good morning. Yeah. So I'm in a pretty good mood. I wouldn't say I'm in like a great, fantastic, beautiful, amazing mood, but in a pretty good mood. Um, got some well-needed rest last night, and yeah, it is another Monday morning. I had the intent last night of getting through this huge, epic amount of footage, film, whatever that I did, um, yesterday. But I knew by about 10 o'clock, it was definitely probably not going to happen. And I hate when I get to these points in time sometimes where like I'm trying to get myself to get something done at such a rapid speed, because I believe I can make it happen, and then I disappoint myself because I get I don't get it done. I don't, and I think getting things done sometimes is just relative to your expectations of yourself. So I think that I do need to ease off a bit. My original um, strategy, which was working well, which I talked about a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago, I'm not sure, was two very high quality films per week, and then a lot of really good distributed content from that. Um, but as always, Will likes to try to push the envelope and try to kind of make all these different things happen, and it's not crazy realistic. It's nice. I like the push. I like the drive, but um, the reason why I kind of set that boundary for myself to begin with was I really wanted to balance like family time and my own time and work time and everything else that goes into life that's important. And when you do daily vlog, it is extremely taxing. It's very cool what you can actually accomplish in one day, but there is a lot that has to happen all in that one day. And then the thing about it is it's not just one day, it's every day. So it's something that eventually you start really feeling the sacrifices and things like that. And I don't want that to be the case. Like, for instance, I made an effort to shoot a good bit of the day yesterday, and I also um, took some time to kind of have some just sit down talking head stuff. And I got all that footage, and I took probably an hour, maybe 2 hours aside from the day to do the whole talking head stuff and studio and all this other stuff. And then when it's kind of time for me and Laura to kind of have our time, 9 o'clock ish hits. It's time for me to actually import footage and then begin the edit of the film, which is, hours and hours, minimum 4 hours of work. And if you kind of do the math of 9, and this is if I was able to kind of just push it and make it all happen all in that one kind of occurrence. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. There leaves no time to kind of hang out and you know hang out with Laura or whatever. And then it's like repeated the next day, and you also have to come up with something that you really wanna do. I hate that I put these boundaries in place for very good reasons, and then I have to feel the consequences for me to be reminded of them instead of them just me respecting those those boundaries. Okay, so either way it goes, like I got a lot of really good footage yesterday, so I'm gonna end up making a really cool, really nice film out of that. Um, but I think that's going to be over the next few days as I have time and energy to edit. Um, I think the hard part, the tough part is that I do want to capture, a lot of my life, but the it's a lot to, do. Anyways, I also think I need to start waking up earlier, um, like on a regular schedule again. I stopped waking up at 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. A good while back because I was feeling good. I was feeling like I want to enjoy rest. I want to enjoy this stuff, which is all fine. But I'm finding that I'm like continually waking up, rushing out the door. And I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to do that, period. I want to enjoy my mornings. I'm finding that, I'm not feeling as in control of what I'm looking to get done and make happen because it's very, very much interrupted all the time by other people's things to do or the kids or mood, things like that. So I'm gonna work a bit towards that this week, where I'm trying, working to get back some of the systems that I put in place and try to kind of respect those. So yeah, hopefully everyone had a fairly good weekend, a fairly good time out with the boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, dad, kids, whatever it is. Hopefully you had a good time. This one's just pretty much an update, like usual. Monday morning updates. There's nothing clever. I think nothing catchy. Monday, don't know. I will also say that I started probably 3 other films. That just will probably never see the light of day. I remember when I was doing daily vlogging, like for real, like just pushing, cranking this stuff out. And I created 5-minute Friday and Q&A Monday to give myself like a break, you don't have to be creative today. You just set the camera down, bam, or answer some questions, bam. I don't know. There's something weird. There's something that I want to. Now that I've learned so much, I guess the drive is I want to because I did that literally. I did daily vlogging straight up for 6 months. I didn't miss it at all, going. And the cool thing about it was I was able to, because I was doing it, I was able to kind of capture my, the birth of my son and all those other different things that I definitely wouldn't have done if I wasn't daily vlogging. Oh man, tough decisions. And I think what I found, when I was doing daily vlogging, how I was able to maintain the stamina was telling myself and giving myself, okay, 20 minutes, that's all you have to actually make this film or this vlog. So I would always kind of come home with just 20 minutes of footage where I can get through 20 minutes in an hour and just make this into something. That was how I was able to sustain it after going through the ups and downs. So okay, Laura, I'm going outside for 20 minutes, talk to the camera. And that was that. Very interesting. See, you can hear me thinking back and forth right now. This is what it is to be creative. This is what it is to have just so many just things that you want to accomplish. Like I want to accomplish the high quantity, with the high quality. And even though I figured out a system to actually make the two really nice original pieces of high quality work, in a way that will produce high quantity, over here still trying to figure out how to make more, make more, because I did something before. It's an insane roundabout with me. Ugh, God. I'm over here thinking right now, like, okay, 20 minutes. What does that look like? If I set a timer for 20 minutes every single day, I just do it. Just make it happen. What would come with that? I don't know. Like, oh, God. I think it was, like, cool because it was, like, the goal of, like, it was the goal of getting things out. Hmm. 20-minute film, you say? And it was like it was like shoot 20 minutes of footage so you can get like 5 to 6 minutes of whatever. Ooh, slides, debris. I don't know. I'm gonna come back to this idea. I'm gonna consider it, because I think the boundary will, if there is a boundary in place, like the problem about yesterday, like all these different things, it's like you there's no cutoff as to when and where and what you should and shouldn't shoot. And the cool thing about that is like you capture a lot of cool different things you just are shooting. But the cool thing about like is going outside and just setting a timer for like 20 minutes. It allows you to know that it's just 20 minutes. You know what I mean? It's not. It's just 5 minutes. It's 20 minutes. Just whatever. I guess the thing is this: like, I'm not specifically crazy motivated by money and everything. Money is always a long gain. It takes time for it to come. It's always one of those things where it just is what it is. So I've learned quite a long time not to like base like what I'm trying to make happen, because I think that somehow I'll get like an extra buck from it. Like I get satisfaction of it actually just pushing and driving myself, which I think that's why I'm pushing myself so hard to like create something every single day now. But because I'm trying to make things so complicated, it's become undoable, because it's just the amount of hours, amount of time that it takes to put into all this stuff. It just isn't And you know what was crazy? It was like, because I was like daily vlogging at that time, like I was much more okay with like deleting like footage kind of being deleted from my computer in a sense, like, because it was just like I figured out a way to hack the system where I only shot exactly what I needed. There were a lot of God, we were talking myself into daily vlogging over here. It's tough. This is tough. One thing that's super tough, that is driving me absolutely nuts, is the iPhone like import process, like the AirDrop. Like it's stupid. It is stupid, insane how long it takes for the like photos and stuff like that to get over from the phone to the computer. And I realize that I have a lot of photos in iCloud, but that's one of the things that slows you down. Like, so that's the thing. Like, when you do daily, you really have to, your systems have to be in place. There has to be a specific cutoff time. The things that the cameras that you use, like uh, I would only, if, I think this might be a systems thing. And I'm just talking right now. Like, you guys could have literally cut this off like 15 bajillion minutes ago, but like, there has to be a way for the footage to get over to the computer much faster. Like, I'm talking about like 2 to 5 minutes. Like, that's not super bad. Like, that's usually how long it takes me to import all the footage from my camera, like my regular camera. If I can figure that out, then great. And then I remember creating a system to be able to make something within those 20, or I think it was even a 10 minute, like a 10 minute thingamajigger, where talk for 5 minutes, shoot for a couple minutes, shoot for a couple minutes, shoot for a couple minutes, and bam, bam, bam. Oh, man. I'm gonna leave this vlog, or this podcast, undecided, because I could see the pros in both sides. The problems with the complicated ones, like the really hardcore ones, is they are way too complex. And the problem with they're complex, so I can only create, like, it takes hours and hours. But if I do like shorter dailies, can I create a really nice high quality film in that short amount of time? Hey, undecided. Alright. Remember, if you guys need a promotional film, an e-commerce store, a trade show kit, brochures, business cards, all the works, go over to heywillmosley.com. Again, that's heywillmosley.com to get yourself a quote. Alright. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.